So Google I/O was held last week, I guess. I did not watch it, but you did, Rajat.
I did. I wanted you
Um,
to watch it, but you did not.
yes, let's say I did not have time. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I'm looking forward hearing from you what you found, and let's discuss.
Let's do that.
Hi, my name is Andreas.
And I'm Rajat.
Okay, and today we're going to discuss all that happened on Google I/O. So you watched it, you have prepared some topics we want to discuss.
Hmm.
So can you show us something?
Yes, let's do that. I'm
Okay,
going to share my screen, and then we'll go through all the things that they launched, and we'll talk about it one by one. All right.
cool. And you get my genuine reaction because I have not seen much. I have heard a little bit, of course, here and there
Uh-huh.
what they showed. It's mainly AI, right?
Hmm.
So it's everything AI. It's AI here, AI there, AI everywhere.
So you see my screen.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I would first of all say that this year's IO was very different. Comparing it with previous years, IO fully focused on AI, and because they have to do something since their rival OpenAI has taken quite a leap, and they had to come up with something very very strong. So yes,
Yes.
they came up with Gemini 1.5. This is their latest model, and they have launched a lot of features. I would say that are basically well integrated within their existing ecosystem, their products, which I think makes their positioning quite unique if you compare it with OpenAI, because OpenAI right now has just like a chatbot that you can interact with, and it
Yeah,
doesn't
okay,
have
but to
like
be
a
fair,
yeah.
you have to compare it with Microsoft on the other side. And Microsoft does
True.
integrate their AI tools everywhere already. So basically, Google is forced to do something similar than Microsoft is doing, and that's what they are heading for. So they basically integrate AI in Google Workspaces, Google Office, and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
some AI helpers there, and yeah, that's what Microsoft also did. So
True. I mean, but I would say, I mean, the amount of reach that Google product has, Microsoft don't have apart from the Windows itself.
Mhm.
All their other products, I would say, let's say maybe exclude Office as well. But other than that, the products that general public uses quite a lot, Google has a wider reach in that sense. For example, Gmail, Drive, Maps, photos and everything, and even search now, I would say. So
Mhm.
Bing
Yeah,
has, I think, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5% or maybe 10% at max of the audience, and 90% is still with Google. So they have like a wider audience to serve with this integration.
yeah, and they also probably plan to integrate it in Android somehow. They even put it
Yes, they
on
have.
Pixel
Yes, they have.
phones.
Yes, true, true. And that's what they did. So let's go through each things
Yeah.
that they have launched on this IO, and then we'll see. Try to see your reaction, and do you like? Yeah. All right. So basically, they have launched Gemini 1.5. It comes with different versions. So one is the Pro version, which helps you, do a lot of variety of tasks on it, and this is their best model out there, for complex tasks and all. Then they launched something called Flash, so for tasks which require higher, let's say, efficiency in that regard, or let's say something where you need results to be out there in a, I would say, quick way, and you don't want
Okay.
a lot of processing time in that regard. So I think this is where this model shines. So they, during their IO, they show demo for both. Um, the use cases in which 1.5 Pro is quite good, and same goes with Flash as well. And they have something called Nano, which will be for Android. So what you just said, they are launching Gemini for Android as well, starting with Pixel, I think. So the new
Mhm.
Pixel devices will have this integration, and it will have a lot of features, Gemini powered features that will help Android users. And yeah, so before that, before going even further, so I would say the integrations, specifically, that they have done with their products. One with Gmail. So now this Gemini powered Gmail client will help organize your emails, will help you
Okay.
search through your emails. Because, for example, I really like the one demo that they showed, that, for example, sometimes it happens that we're looking for a certain particular email, and we type a keyword on Gmail search, and you have to go through painful amount of time to find the one that you're looking for, right? And it
Mm.
takes a lot of time. And Gmail search, I think it's a pretty bad search compared to Google search. I don't know, somehow Google search is still good, but Gmail search is bad, I think. So
Yeah.
I think this
So do you
Gemini.
use Gmail
I
at
do, I
all?
do, I do, I do. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I
think.
don't. Well, I have a Gmail account, of course, because I have an Android phone, so I
Mhm.
have to have a Gmail account for
Okay.
Google
Which
login,
email
basically.
client do you use then?
For Gmail, none, because I don't use the Gmail account for anything productive. Let's
Okay.
put it that way.
Which email
But
do you provider do you have though? I mean, apart from Gmail.
well, I use the one from my internet provider. So
Okay.
it's an IMAP
That's your
server, and
personal. Okay.
yeah, IMAP SMTP. That's the one I use. And every time I get some information on my Gmail account, I have to go into the Gmail, and I use the web UI for Gmail. And every time I do that, the inbox is filled with millions of mails, spam, and crap, and I have to clean it
True.
up to find the real email. So when it comes to the UI of Gmail, I don't like that. Anyways,
Mhm.
it's confusing. So, and for me, that sounds, when I hear from you that they use AI now to improve search in Gmail and stuff like that, I get the impression, yeah, they want to hide away the bad UI by covering it with AI. So all
I
the
mean,
bad UI they created, they want to fix with AI now, which is, I don't know.
that is one way to look at it, I would say. I mean, because like the good thing that users will get out of this integration is that obviously it will help you search even faster. You will be able to find exactly what you're looking for. Then it also comes with additional features. For example, in the demo that showed, let's say you had like a big email thread, and you missed, let's say, 20 of the last emails in that thread, right? And I mean, the one way, let's say, the current way of handling those emails is that you would go through each email one by one in that thread, and then try to make sense of it. Okay, what was the conversation that happened, right? But now with this AI feature, you have an option to summarizing that entire thread for you. You don't have to go through everything. It will just summarize each email that you missed, and it will just give it to you, right? And then you can make a decision or send out an email. It will give you some recommendations as well, some templates that you can choose from to send something. So I think this saves a lot of time in that regard. So the search part is nice. It will help you find something, and I think it will also help you declutter your Gmail workspace, I would say. So let's say
Mhm.
promotional email, I think you can get rid of all of those, quite quickly. And maybe you can set some kind of a filter through AI. I think that won't even let those fishy emails in your inbox, maybe. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but the downside of all of that is that you give access to your email. Yeah, well, you already gave access to your email content to Google, anyways, when you're using
Hmm.
Gmail. Um, but this time, you also give them insight in how you work with email because you
Hmm.
do certain tasks and so they learn more about your habits and they get more information about you, so to
True.
better target you as a ad consumer. So the interesting thing, I did not read the article, but I just read the headlines where Google Analytics, the head of Google Analytics, said something like, with AI, we finally get to every data there is.
True.
I just, like I said, I just read with the headline. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably true. So AI helps Google to get more data than they already have, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
I
I mean,
mean, if the
Microsoft does the same. So we're giving our data away for free, and I don't know. I don't like
I
that.
mean, see, this is like a trade-off. If people in general, I would say like every one of who's using AI right now, if the end goal is to somehow achieve, let's say, a personal assistant who can, help us do certain tasks and knows, things, or let's say in order to do those tasks efficiently, that personal assistant needs to know a lot about us.
Yeah,
So you have to provide that data so that AI can be personalized for you. Those results can be personalized and customized for you. So
yeah,
I think that is important. I think that's like a trade-off. I mean, if you want to
yeah.
use
Sure,
things.
sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah. We continue this discussion after the AI has taken over, and then
Yeah,
we'll see what you think then.
true, true. And yeah, so now going forward, I mean, there was this one interesting project that they showed, and it's exactly what they tried to show us in the previous Gemini demo,
Uh-huh.
where they gave us this, like real time, AI assistant, which was, looking through the camera and telling you, okay, what's happening, right? So now, basically, they've given it a name. It's called Project Extra, and so this is what it looks like. So
Hmm.
it was this time it was a different demo altogether. you know
Okay.
so as you can see right now, this lady is pointing the camera to certain objects in real time, and the AI is giving some answers, okay, what it sees and things like that. So as you can see right now, we'll just maybe play that will be a better thing. All right, it's a 2-minute video.
I guess we don't have audio for this video, but doesn't matter.
Do you hear the sound as well?
No, it doesn't matter. It
You don't
doesn't.
hear the sound though?
No, I don't. Do you
um
hear sound? Yeah,
I
but I
do
don't
hear
hear
the
it.
sound. Maybe I have
It's,
to.
I don't know, and it's probably not in the recording as well, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, okay. So I mean, I will explain what it's trying to do.
Yes,
So it's easier.
exactly. Yeah, just tell us what we see.
So this lady is basically, has pointed using the app to, basically
Hmm.
ask Gemini that what it is, and it explained what exactly it was. It was a speaker, and now it's asking for the this imagery. Now it explains that it's crayons. So basically now object detection is something
Yeah,
that it's trying to show us in the real
yeah.
time. And now she's asking, like, what's there on the screen. So it could see that it's a code, and it does encryption and decryption. So
Okay, so yeah, it reads the screen and then,
and understands.
well, that's a gadget I would expect getting from Mister. What's the name of the helper assistant of James Bond? Q.
Yep. Yeah,
Here, have this device. It will spy on everything and decode everything.
true.
Oh, great.
And now in this particular scene, this lady is showing the camera what's outside and asking, hey, where am I? And then the AI responds that it's a King Cross London. So it also recognized the outer space as well.
Hmm.
And then this is where this demo gets interesting. Now this lady is asking the AI, hey, do you know where my glasses were? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And the AI responded, hey, it was on this desk. So basically, it
Oh, okay.
remembered what it saw when she was passing
Yeah.
by the objects.
Okay.
So that is a cool thing.
Yeah, that's from a technological standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. But on the other hand, oh, it's very scary. It
Yes.
sees
Yes.
things that you don't see.
Yes.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I would show, I don't know, my rooms and everything. Then no, I don't know. I don't know about that. And you don't know about that either. We
Yeah.
just
Nobody
talked
knows. I mean,
before we
see.
started recording about embarrassing things you don't want anybody to see. And if you
Yeah.
go with your phone through your room and you don't even remember that there are things lying around that you don't want to
Yeah.
see anybody, but this does, and it sends it to Google, and then Google sees it. I don't know. I don't know. So privacy concerns. My privacy concern alert is going woo 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 now.
For sure. For sure. I mean, yeah, that's true. So now going forward, so it asked like, where's the glasses? Where are the glasses? And it just
Yeah,
showed or tell it to
yeah.
her.
We already saw
Okay.
that.
So here we are. So now she puts down the phone and wears it. Now do you see what she does? It's
Yeah. So
the
it's
rebirth of Google Glass.
Google Glass 2.0.
Yes. Now this AI is in the Google Glass as well. Now she's asking about this, design, system design, and asking how could she improve it. Now she's asking what does this picture remind it of. So it's a Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can also see the text on the glasses itself. You know.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
did.
So yeah, so they had to do something like that because the
Hmm.
first presentation was very embarrassing after we
Yes.
learned that it was faked,
Yeah.
and then OpenAI came out with
The same thing.
what is it called? ChatGPT
Vision
4.0, or what
for
is it
vision.
called?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, that's part of the race to the bottom, because I don't see any ethical considerations. They don't care about anything like that. Yeah. So currently in Europe, we have it's just happened the other day, where they finally made the AI Act, uh, uh, yeah,
Hmm.
ready in Europe. So yes, yeah, but yeah, it's impressive. So
It's impressive,
was
nonetheless.
that
Yes.
basically everything they showed on the Google I/O
No, no, no. So this was
when it
like
comes to
Project
AI?
Extra, and the integration with AI integration with different Google products. So
Hmm.
yeah, one thing I told you about is the you know integration with Google Workspace, let's say Gmail and all that. But then this integration is coming to Android as well. So for
Hmm.
example, now there is a newer feature that would be in Pixel devices. So that AI is available as like an assistant to all your apps that you would be using on Android devices. For example, you're watching a YouTube video on your mobile app, and then you open Gemini on YouTube itself, okay, and then you would ask, hey, can you summarize this video for me? All right. So
Okay.
good thing is that sometimes those videos could be hours and hours long. You don't have that time to actually watch through entire thing. So you can ask the AI to summarize that for you, and you can also ask questions after that. Follow up
Mhm.
questions. It'll answer you then and there only. So
So yeah.
it is able to do that since Google has increased the context length to 2 million now. So it can even take 1 hour up to video as an input and give you some kind of an output. Which I
Mhm.
think is a great thing. Yes.
So it's basically what you get when you say "Okay, Google," and then
Yes.
you can talk to your assistant. That's what the intention probably was from the beginning, and now
Yes.
it's becoming a reality, and you can really use that. That reminds me of this Rabbit R1, which basically
Yes.
would
Yes.
do the
Correct.
same thing. Now
Yeah.
Google is basically
Yes.
taking
I
away
mean,
all of
I
their
had
market.
an yeah, true. I mean, I had this hunch as well that I mean, what Rapid did was also like quite impressive. I mean, but it was like I think 6 months ago or something, and I knew that
Yeah,
these Googles and
it was on
Apples
the
of the world.
what's it called? CES 24
Yeah,
CES
yeah, I think so. Yeah, SES 24. I think yeah, it was not too long ago. It was like 6 months at max. I think.
February, I
Yeah,
guess.
and then I mean, it was pretty visible that Google and Apple and all these companies are going to look at that and they'll be like, hey, we can make that happen.
So yeah,
So
but when you talk about Apple, so now Apple is in a real problem because they don't have anything like that.
they don't
So
have anything. Yeah, apparently.
they
Yeah, I will
probably,
exclude the name of Apple from here, but Google, yes, so
yeah,
far.
so that's probably why they are trying to get closer to OpenAI
True.
to help them in that field, because now the iPhones Siri looks really stupid compared
Stupid. Very stupid.
to a Google Assistant.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, well, we don't have, luckily, we don't have any Microsoft operating systems on mobiles anymore,
Yep.
and everybody hates Cortana.
Yes.
So I don't know. For Windows users, they probably have this Copilot for Windows and stuff like that.
Yep.
But most people, especially in the corporate arena, probably most corporate IT departments disable such functionalities anyways,
Hmm.
and private consumers, well, Windows is not that prominent there anymore because most of the people only use their smartphone
Correct.
nowadays, not PCs anymore. So yeah, that would be good for Google. And when I look at their stock prices, that's something that Philip Rajat mentioned, by the
Hmm.
way. Um, he said when they were talking about this new features in Gemini and everything, a friend of him sat next to him, and she was on the phone and looking up the real time stock price of Google or
Hmm.
Alphabet. And then she showed him, and you can clearly see here's the present starts the presentation, and then boop, boop, and all during the keynote, the stock price was going up.
Hmm. True. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say they did a good job with this year's IU. Yes, I mean, they definitely sparked a lot of interest among people. Because
Mhm.
Google, I would say, even though they are still behind OpenAI in terms of the, I would say the efficiency of their AI model. I think OpenAI's GPT-4 and O, I think, still better than Gemini in terms of overall quality and efficiency. But
Yeah,
Google
well,
has an advantage of being a bigger company in that they have larger footfall, and larger user base, so they can roll out their AI features to all of those people very quickly. So
yeah,
which
that's true.
OpenAI
That's
doesn't have,
true.
but their partnership with Microsoft is gonna help them for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I was mainly using Gemini when it came to AI because it was available for me easily because I already have a Google account. So I
Yep.
used Gemini a lot, and Gemini is, I don't know, it was not good.
Yep.
Most of the times when I ask something, I showed you the picture where I asked Gemini, "Hey, write me some Rust code that does this and that," and Gemini answered, I'm a text AI, and I cannot do that."
Yep.
Okay, you did it just a few minutes ago. Now you're refusing, and then I typed try again, and then the answer was Berlin is a beautiful city in Germany. What?
Yeah.
I asked you for some Rust code, not for German sightseeing tour. I don't know. That was weird.
That was
So
weird.
yeah,
I mean,
but I have tried GPT 40. I call it 40 because I
okay,
don't know
yeah,
this.
because
This
it's a weird name, by the way,
yeah,
for a model.
yeah. It's yeah. Anyway, so I tried it, but the problem is it might be good. I don't know, but it's limited. The you have a rate limit that's very 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 small.
Yep.
So I tried to do the same, yeah, do some programming tasks. That's what I mainly use AI for.
Mhm.
And after, I don't know, 10 questions or so, I remember it said, hey, your rate is expired, blah, blah, blah. Try again next time,
Yep.
tomorrow, or something like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's why I couldn't test ChatGPT too much, but it looked promising. It definitely was better than Gemini, that's for sure. But when it comes to programming stuff, I use Claude now for most of the
Claude is
things.
very nice.
It's
I mean, I've
very
also used
good.
all these. Claude is nice, very nice.
Well, it's not perfect. Like no AI is perfect. So
Mhm.
especially because I'm currently doing stuff in Rust, and I asked it something, and I used the code that it presented, and yeah, it compiled, but it didn't work. And then I it gave me wrong code. Yeah, so yeah, AI is not very good at programming right now, but
Right now, I mean, yeah,
that
true.
might be a good thing, because if it's good enough to program, it might program a new AI, our new AI overlords pretty soon. Because as you know, the biggest mistake we did was learning AI to program.
Hmm. True. I mean, yeah, this is. I mean, I think where we are with AI right now. I mean, it's pretty stupid. I would say this is the worst AI version that we could even try out. But I think in the coming years it would be even better. And the programming capability that we're talking about, I think it's going to improve for sure. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
definitely.
only now. But yeah, I
Definitely.
think I agree that Claude is comparatively better in understanding the context of your question. I would
Mhm.
say I've also tried it. So
Yes.
I mean, comparatively, I think GPT, Gemini, and Claude, I would say Claude is better in that regard. But yeah, GPT 4 or whatever is overall better comparing the three.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I did not see. Is it already out? Is the Gemini that we have?
mhm.
Is that the new version that they presented on Google I/O? Or is it
Yes,
still the old one?
yes, it's already out, but the 1.5 Pro is only comes with advanced, so you have to have a subscription.
Okay,
Gemini
so
Advanced,
the free version is probably still
the
as bad
1.5.
as it was before.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And so yeah, they basically launched a few other things for developers, I would say. So one thing is Google AI Studio. This is like a dashboard workspace that allows the developers to play around with AI, fine tune their models, and then use Gemini API to build their apps. Okay, so I think it was pretty nice. I've tried that one.
Mhm.
It gives you like a different kind of an interface altogether, and then you can play around with different Gemini models, 1.5 Flash, Pro, and others,
Yeah.
and see which models fits your use case the most, and then you can get the API key for that particular API, I think, and then you can use it within your application, so which is cool.
Ha- have you played around with that?
Yes, I did.
So did
And
you create your Rajat bot chat, Rajat GPT, or what?
no,
What did you
not,
do?
not yet, not yet. So yeah, I
Not
mean,
yet.
if you remember, uh, like GPT 4, I think launched something called GPTs last year. So you can create your own GPTs, right? So for
Uh-huh.
example, for programming, for travel, for something like, you can create your own GPTs. So Google came up with something called AI agents now. So in with Gemini, you can do the same. You can create your own AI agents, fine tuned for some specific tasks that you have. For example, they showed one good demo. I can say that. For example, let's say you have Google Workspace subscription. Let's say for businesses, I'm talking about. So all the employees are talking to each other on that Slack channel or whatever, and then there would be this bot which can actually go through all the conversation, and you can ask that bot for updates. So it will go through all the conversation and check, okay, which person talked about what, and it will give you the update there. So everyone in the company can talk to that bot and get some things done. It will prepare the presentation, it will prepare the Excel, analyze the data and all that for you. you know so I think this is like a one neat feature as well. But yeah, this agent stuff is, I think, is going to grow after what we've seen with Rabbit, what we've seen with, I think,
Hmm.
Humane Bin and all that. So this agent stuff is going to pick up pretty soon, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Maybe we can talk about all those gadgets that have been introduced in the last time. Maybe yeah, we see what happened to Humane AI Pin, which and Rabbit R1. Maybe we can have a next episode and talk about that
Yeah.
because yeah, a lot of things have happened. The promises were made and promises were broken, and all that kind of stuff. And that would be very interesting to talk about. But yeah, for now, so that was the basically the AI part of the Google I/O.
Yeah.
But there were other parts that might be also very interesting. But that's I would say for another episode.
Another
What?
episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for yeah, do a comprehensive look at Google I/O and teaching me everything Google has done. It was
Yeah.
great. And if you're interested in the other topics that was discussed on Google I/O and presented on Google I, turn on next time when we talk about that. See
Definitely.
you
So,
then.
see you then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.